3 days ago in Greenville, he recorded his 75th win as the head coach of your BYU Cougars. Please welcome back into Studio C, Coach Kalani Sitake.
Thank you.
There you go.
What's up, guys?
Oh. And thanks to Ruth Heimuli, tonight's lay girl, outstanding as always.
Ruthie's awesome. Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Good to be here. What's up, guys?
I just said it in the intro before you came in. You may not have heard it, but that was win number 75 for you as head coach at BYU. That's a good milestone win, I think, right there. And this is somehow your 10th season already as head coach.
I know. I feel old, but it was fun. I mean, I wish there was more wins, but we can do something about it starting this weekend.
75 is plenty, though. That's a good number with more to come.
Right
hey, I'm really proud of the way the guys handled the road opener, and you've now won 8 consecutive road openers. The first time you go on the road in somebody else's venue, you've been able to win that game 8 straight years. And this was a uniquely challenging trip because you are going 2 time zones. You're going East Coast. It's hot. It's humid. There's a long drive on game day. A lot to overcome. You guys played well. Yeah,
I think just when we knew the schedule, we knew what was going to happen. We kind of told the players what was going on, and then we had to communicate with them in every step along the way, and when's the right time to take a nap, when's the right time to eat, all that stuff, so you can be at peak performance. And then, for coaches, it doesn't really matter.
When's the right time to eat for you?
I can eat all the time.
Okay,
that's the great thing about it. So yeah, there's no fasting for me on the road. So the guys have done a great job and the leadership. I mean, we have amazing leaders on the team, so it makes it easy for me. I wish I could take all the credit. The guys and the leadership, the senior leadership we see on this team, and just the way they take ownership of the players and make sure that guys are in the right spot, and then give a lot of credit to our coaches, just the way they do everything, and it's been awesome. Then it's great to have, a bunch of fans show up. And I was going
to say, Cougar Nation really showed out in Greenville.
Yeah, they were awesome, and they were loud and it was fun. The players keep talking about it, but it's like, I think we can get spoiled sometimes, but these guys appreciate everything that the fans do, and the East Coast, they showed up and they represented really well.
They sounded great on the radio, looked great on TV, and when the game ended, a lot of the home fans, of course, had left, and there was that big swath of royal blue in that corner of the stadium that hung around to slap 5 with the players and get a hey from you. And I like the shot of you, greeting the fans, taking your hat off, really tipping a cap to the fans there in Greenville.
Oh yeah, I mean, just wanted. I know a lot of them drove quite a ways to be there, and just hope they recognize that we appreciate them and we love them, and I think the players, if they would have ran through them, but then apparently a bunch of them got on the field and kind of crowded us as we were doing the interviews.
Yes.
So I didn't mind, but I wanted to be respectful of East Carolina's field. I mean, it's a nice grass field, and but I think the fans were fine. It was pretty cool, different, but just appreciate East Carolina, the hospitality that they showed us, and it was a lot of fun being out there in that part of the country.
The win got you back in the AP poll for the first time this season at number 25. I know you don't put a lot of focus on that, but it is a good recognition. We'll see that number 25 and the BYU name across the bottom of the screen all week on ESPN. So that's a good thing. It's a good honor for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, people are starting to find out a little bit, but it's okay. It's good to be recognized, but the guys do it for different reasons, and I think more and more people need to find out more about these young men, not just what they do on the field, but what they do off the field. It makes them unique and different. That's why I love being around them.
Last year there was a lot of focus on the preseason, the Big 12, when they still had a preseason coaches poll or preseason media poll of how low BYU was last year. This year, no such poll to come out to quote unquote motivate the guys. What is driving this team from day one to now, do you think?
I think the guys just love being around each other. They love the mission of our program, which is in alignment with the mission of our university and the mission of our church. And so regardless of what their religious affiliation is, they love playing for something bigger than themselves, and they love seeing the connection that they have to the fans. And that, I mean, you look at all their families, and a lot of our families traveled out there. Our players' families traveled out there, and they were welcomed by everyone in that side of the country, which is, I mean, it's nice to know that you belong to a big family and that you play for more than just yourself. And so these young men are amazing. They come from great families, and man, it's an easy thing to coach when they're such great people.
This is your third year in the Big 12. Since you joined the league, you've played 10 non-conference games, 3 in the preseason every year, and then 1 bowl game last year that doesn't count as a conference game, quote unquote. And you've won all 10 of those games. And some might say, well, you're P4, you're supposed to win those games. But you are putting P4 games in your preseason every year. You are going on the road. 10-0 in the non-conference games, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to keep that O there. That'd be nice. But I just like the opportunity that we get to play the game. And I think COVID taught us that we appreciate just the opportunity to represent. And then to see these young men work so hard in the off season and sacrifice so much. And it's not just them, it's their families. It's just for them to live their dreams, and then just to be able to get out there and have fun. Man, it just makes me emotional just thinking about it. But these guys they deserve everything that's coming their way, and the fact that the fans are just embracing them makes it even better.
We're going to get to the Big 12 opener at Colorado here in a bit, but it is the start of a new phase of your season. Your thoughts on the Big 12 of year 3 and what you've noticed around the league so far as you get ready to open conference play?
Well, there's great coaches in every school and every program, and then and the fans are amazing. I mean, they're not all nice to us, but they're passionate about their team, and that's fine. And but it's going to be fun to go into these venues, to go into Colorado, Boulder, and play against them, and it's going to be a lot of fun to just connect with them. But I think you look at how well coached the teams are, and there's the parity is unbelievable. That's why I think the last 5 champions have been all different.
Yeah.
So we hope that follows this year. But it's fun, especially going from the independent era and now belonging to a conference, and just having that patch. It means a lot. And so I think we miss being part of a conference, and now that we're here, we're just enjoying the partnership that we have with all the schools involved and all their fans.
There was coaching news in the conference today. As I'm sure you've heard, Oklahoma State made a change. Mike Gundy, his long tenure at Oklahoma State, has come to an end there. Yeah,
and Coach Gundy's done a great job there, and he's been so kind to me. I've got to know him in a lot of different coaches' retreats, and so we spent quite a bunch of time together. And so I've really just appreciated that he's just nice and kind to me when he didn't have to be, and he's one of the longest tenured coaches in the conference. And so I just wish him the best, and that's hard to see because that's where he played, and he's been there for a long time. So I just wish him and the players there the best. I know that it's hard, especially going into those guys that are seniors there. So hopefully they can find a way to perform and play well this season.
All right, thanks for that. BYU improved to 3-0 on the season with Saturday night's 34-13 win at East Carolina. Let's take a look back at that road opening W with highlights and stats. Game highlights are presented tonight and always by Waystar. And LJ Martin had a heck of a night, my goodness. He had his 3rd straight 100-yard rushing game to open the season. He had only 2 100-yard games for his career coming into this year. He's tied for the national lead for most scrimmage runs of 40 yards or longer. He has 4 of those runs on the season. One of them we'll see in this clip. LJ just looks great game by game.
Yeah, he's done a great job, and just he knows the offense really. I mean, he's been in it for 3 years now, and I love the way that he's a complete back, but he also doesn't mind sharing with his teammates and letting the other running backs get the ball sometimes too. But I mean, he's done a great job, and he's a great leader as a captain for us.
And a kid that's only a freshman for you, but also leading the team pretty well, is Bachmeier. He set his career high in passing yardage with 246 yards, threw for a touchdown, ran for a touchdown. Through 3 games as your starter, he's yet to turn the ball over 1 time. He has a pass efficiency rating just under 160. He's added 4 rushing scores. He's a young player that looks older every game in terms of how the decisions he makes and how he's playing the game.
Yeah, and it seemed like he grew up a lot in this game. You could tell from the beginning into the second half, he started to feel a lot more comfortable, and then A-Rod put a lot on his plate and allowing him to make checks and kind of get the flow of the game, and he did a great job doing that. So I mean, it's good timing, So and then I mean, this was a complete game where we needed those guys to play all the way up until the last couple of drives in the game.
We're not going to avoid the defense. We're going to first look at Jack Kelly. Let's call him Sack Kelly. He led BYU with 2 sacks on the night. He's top 25 nationally now in sacks, top 50 in TFLs, and his TFLs sacks came at big times on Saturday night.
Yeah, especially since we don't blitz him a lot, so maybe we need to change that. But that was Keanu's sack. Keanu just jumped in the air. Shouldn't have done that. But oh well, that's Jack will do whatever he can to make the play. But he's a great pass rusher, great run stopper. He's a complete linebacker, and that's why he'll play at the next level.
For his size, he's got great speed, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's a great leader for us. I mean, he's not a big on celebrations. You see, he just kind of walks off. But that's my kind of guy, man.
Saturday night's momentum moment was actually the second of 2 big moments for cornerback Evan Johnson. His first interception took 6 off the board, and his second, right here, put 6 on the board. He was a game changer for the Cougs in Greenville.
Works really hard, and then I saw that they said that he manifested this happening, so probably needs to do that more often. So just need all our guys to start manifesting all the big plays they're going to make. But he did it within his responsibility, and man, what a great reaction, and he kind of set that up. And this is after he already got an interception before. Yep. And scared everybody by running back
into the end zone.
Yeah. Like, not a good move by him, but I think we can show that if he can just go down the sideline, he'll be safe.
I think he knew. He told us he knew what he was doing. He knew he could beat the guy that had an angle on him, and he kind of U-turned around and made it up the sideline. All's well that ends well, Kalani.
Just don't do it again.
Game stats from Saturday presented by Smarty, Address Data Wizards. Let's take a look at the numbers from this non-conference finale. ECU is a good team. They really are. They put up 404 against a really good BYU defense. That's the kind of team they are. I think they're going to be a threat in the American.
I mean, they're ranked really high on all 3 phases, especially on offense, and then defensively they were able to have a lot of takeaways and make big plays, and they're a physical team. It was a good test for us, and so. They got some chunk yardage on certain drives. We just couldn't get out of them, but you have to give them credit. I mean, that's I think the biggest key for us was getting out of drives and then owning the clock and taking them out of their tempo that they like to be in quite often as offense.
Very big tempo team, and we did see him have to leave it at times. Good point. Non-conference play is now in the books for BYU. Let's see how the next few weeks will play out with a schedule check. BYU is at Boulder coming up just 5 days from now. There you see BYU at Colorado on September 27th, this Saturday. Back home on conference weekend, down to Tucson, home to Utah, and then quite the stretch coming up. 3 consecutive ranked teams currently, with 2 of them coming on the road, but that's still a little ways in the distance. First up, it'll be the Buffs in Boulder on Saturday. Well, as we saw a moment ago, the BYU ECU game